everyone, and welcome to the Hard Hittin Wrestling Show. My name is Obi Muniz. I have a special guest here on my show, the leader of the Nerds of Wrestling. That's right, from the Facebook page, Nerds of Wrestling, we have Justin Del Rio. And of course, we have our infamous Frank from Miami and our wrestling analyst Hector from Waco. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. Wow, you say my name pretty cool. I can't even do that.
Oh, man, that was a lot of practice, man. A lot of practice. Alberto didn't even want to hire me. He took the other guy, man, so it's all good.
And I think...
But,
no, it's all right, man.
So here we go. This is our post Super Showdown. Happened earlier today. It has started at 12 o'clock, and for most people, they're still trying to catch up right now here in the United States. But it was one hell of an event, and let's talk through real quick on the events that's happened. We'll start with in order. Well, not in order, but we have Bayley versus Naomi. That was for the SmackDown Women's Champion. The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Goldberg for the Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet for the WWE Championship. We also have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, The New Day versus The Miz and John Morrison. Roman Reigns and King Corbin in a cage match. The Raw Tag Team Championship was Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy versus the Street Profits. An add-on that happened within 24 hours was Mansoor versus Dolph Ziggler. And then we had this gauntlet match between Andrade, Rey Mysterio, R-Truth, Eric Rowan, AJ Styles, and Bobby Lashley. And the kickoff show, what we had was the Viking Raiders versus the OC. Now, we'll start off with the kickoff show, the Viking Raiders and OC, which was a decent match. However, the OC capitalized and won it, defeated them fair and square. So they went on top just to redeem themselves that they supposedly were the best tag team champions of the world. Then we move on to the show, but we'll go random order. We'll start with Bayley versus Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, Hector, how do you view this match? Did you expect Bayley to beat Naomi?
Yeah, because I had originally picked her to beat Naomi, but I just didn't feel that glow with that match. Not like, with Lacey Evans and Bayley. To me that was a better matchup. This one is just again, there was no angle with the match to begin with, and then to go at it. I'm just glad it just ended with Bayley winning and nothing more, so I could just go on the way to something else. But yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, there was a bite to where it was going to start something because Naomi was telling Bayley, hey, you never beat me, which kind of was false because they had two matches a long time ago in which they both split. But Frank, you had picked Bayley as well. Why did you feel that Bayley was going to win this match?
I didn't feel that Naomi would win it, just regardless. I think that Bayley's turn is not up yet, and I picked her up. I said that's who's going to win it. That's who I thought was going to win.
Okay. Hey, Justin, I know you're a newcomer to the show. Since we already told you who won, did you originally have Bayley as a winner?
100%. This isn't just because I'm not a fan of Naomi. She just came back not too long ago, and I just knew Naomi was not going to beat Bayley. I don't know when Bayley's going to drop the title, but Naomi's definitely not going to beat her for the title. Bayley was my pick. Bayley's always my pick.
Okay. Well, the rumor is still speculating that Sasha Banks will return, and they think that Sasha Banks and Bayley will be the match for the SmackDown Women's title for WrestleMania. We're still waiting to see when Sasha Banks will return, whether it's true or not true of her ankle injury. But
that's sorry to cut you off. That is something I really, 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 really want to see. I love Sasha. I love Bayley, like I said before. But if Sasha comes back, I want her to win. They need to give Sasha a decent title run because she has not had one at all, at all.
I got you. I totally understand where you're
So,
coming from. Okay, so let's move on here to the gauntlet match. Now the gauntlet match started with R-Truth and Bobby Lashley, and this has got to be so comical because every time that I see R-Truth, he always mimics John Cena. John Cena's his hero, you know. And at first, I always
yo,
thought that he was giving a sign that somehow Cena will come, and especially for the Royal Rumble, but that wasn't the case. But if you saw the match, you see that R-Truth did say, "You can't see me," but he couldn't do the FTU on Bobby Lashley. However, he did beat Bobby Lashley. However, he did receive a beatdown from Bobby Lashley, which he became a sore loser. Once after that,
yeah.
Andrade entered the ring, and for some odd reason, you know, R-Truth and Andrade bump heads, and it just happened that R-Truth just landed on top of Andrade, and it was a 3 count. R-Truth wins, and
Oh,
neither two
Jesus.
superstars actually know what the hell happened.
Oh,
So
my God.
that led to Eric Rowan coming in. So Eric Rowan enters the match. He is disqualified because he threw the steel chair, oh, the steel steps, excuse me, the steel steps at R-Truth. So the referee disqualified him. He was out. Then comes AJ Styles. AJ Styles he starts mocking R-Truth. He starts dancing. He started doing all those TikTok dances that you see online. And
Yep.
eventually he makes R-Truth tap out. AJ Styles wins that match. Then supposedly Rey Mysterio is supposed to come in, but he gets beat down by the OCs. Now, AJ Styles thinks he's won the match. He's telling the referee to ring the bell. He tells the announcer to ring the bell. Nobody's listening. Then all of a sudden the referee starts the 10 count because if Rey Mysterio doesn't come, then AJ Styles is the winner. But as soon as the referee started counting, we get to see the OCs on the ground. That's Luke and what's the other guy's name?
Um,
Oh,
fuck.
Oh man, how I get? Anyways, the OCs are down to the count, and you see the footsteps of the Undertaker. And shortly you notice, bam, there goes his.
Carl Anderson.
There you go, Carl Anderson.
Like, how did we forget that?
I don't
Shit.
know, man. I just drew a blank.
It's all good.
Anyhow, the Undertaker comes out, and there you go. Undertaker goes face to face with AJ Styles. Undertaker did one move. He choke slammed him, and the Undertaker becomes the winner of the gauntlet match, and he gets the trophy. Now, how about that? Well, everything I just said, bottom line is it took Undertaker a couple of seconds to win. Hector, what do you think about the Undertaker facing AJ Styles?
man, he didn't even get his jacket or his hat off, and he won that match. That was how impressive it was beating AJ Styles. I mean, Undertaker made his moment known, you know, by doing something like that to the phenomenal one. You know, so now does that mean he's going to stay with SmackDown, or is he going to go over to the Raw side? You know, so you know, it's just going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, Undertaker's made he's made it know that he's back for whatever reason. One more match with someone, we'll see.
I think it's a
I like
setup,
it.
though. It's a setup because now you understand AJ Styles has a scheduled match with Aleister Black this Monday on Monday Night Raw, right? And
Yep.
he is the I don't know what is Aleister Black, the devil or something? I mean, from the underground, whatever he's portraying to be. So, and that's a tough match anyway. But now you see that happening. I don't know if maybe the Undertaker will come on Raw and make his presence again and not let that match finish. So I'll skip over Frank. Frank, I'll get to you later. But Justin, how you foresee this formulating for it could make it happen for WrestleMania?
I mean, like you guys said, you know, I wish I watched the show so I could have more to say. But from what I saw, you know, Undertaker beat Styles. Styles is definitely pissed about that, and Styles is gonna want his one-on-one, a real match. and I see a match happening at WrestleMania. If you're gonna put Undertaker in the ring with someone, AJ Styles is the best person
So definitely the
to
phenomenal versus the phenom.
100% book it, make it happen.
All right, Frank, what's up with you? How you feeling about this?
I think AJ Styles is gonna call out the Undertaker on Raw. I mean, I think book it and make it happen. I think it's a great match, and the way that's gonna play out will be AJ Styles calling out the Undertaker.
Okay, well, I kind of got a feeling already that the Undertaker's calling out AJ Styles just because AJ Styles been running his mouth saying he's the best of the whole entire decade, and he did mention Undertaker's name. And if you paid attention last Monday night and during his promo, he actually said Undertaker's name. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I really
All
didn't
right.
want the Undertaker to face AJ Styles for WrestleMania, and I'm still hoping. I'm hoping, though, but I'm getting crushed here. But I'm still hoping that the Undertaker and the Fiend go at it now, and we'll talk about the Fiend later on because why I want the Undertaker to face him. But let's move on to this next match: Mansoor versus Dolph Ziggler. It was a match fast scheduled and no point whatever. It's just that Mansoor is from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He ends up winning the match, but the fans, there was mixed reaction of him winning. Uh, I'm taking it as Mansoor hasn't really been on television for everyone to see what he is capable of. He's a very talented superstar, but he hasn't had the chance to go against the big dogs. So, do you agree with me there, Hector?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just getting kind of old now with him just appearing on these, these pay-per-views in Saudi Arabia. I want WWE to either do something with him or do away with him. I mean, come on, let's just make up our mind and just not keep him as a one-time, pay-per-view winner every single time because we already knew him coming into this. He was going to beat Dolph Ziggler. I mean, it was kind of comical in the beginning on how this match even got started. With Rude getting kicked out and first getting beat up and then getting kicked out. It was just kind of comical and kind of it was just so predictable. So yeah, they need to really do something with this kid.
Okay. Uh, Not much said on this match, but we're going to fast forward also to the Raw Tag Team Championship. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy defeated the Street Profits. It's just how we said in our prediction in our last show that someone's going to get Kurt stomped and they're going to get pinned, and that's exactly what had happened. The same way we saw it on television, we saw it again on Super Showdown. The Messiah, once again, is on top. Oh, it's just getting very, very, how you say it? I'm a little bit blind
Old.
when it comes to the direction where Seth Rollins is going when he claims he's the Messiah. So, Frank, I'll start with you on this one. Now that they got the Street Profits out of the way, what's next? Who do you think is next for the Messiah?
I have no idea. I I have no clue on who's going to be next for him.
Okay.
Maybe the Viking Raiders again. Who knows?
That's kind of hard to swallow on that one since the Viking Raiders lost to the OCs.
It is.
But, okay. Justin, what's your take on this?
Um, I was very bummed to hear about the Street Profits unfortunately losing. I'm a big mark for the Street Profits. I feel like they deserve better. I was very happy to see them earn the opportunity to wrestle for the tag team titles. But I kind of knew they weren't going to win at this Saudi Arabia show. If they're going to win, they're going to win it at a bigger show. Moving forward, Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, man, I think they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know what's next for them. There's a lot of tag teams out there, and we'll see what happens, man. I don't know.
Okay. Hector.
I still think that the OCs are going to be next up for these tag team titles. They beat the Viking Raiders today clean. They still considered the best tag team in the world. Why not? Let this feud start building up some, because there's really nothing else for them on Raw. So I think it's the Good Brothers that's going to go after these tag titles.
Oh, okay. You're. I think you're right, Hector. It's just I kind of foresee. Maybe it's too soon. Maybe later down the road. But a Messiah, you know, the supposed to be the leader. I don't think I'm gonna see Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles that the way I predicted for the past 4 months. But the Messiah at the end, people are gonna turn their backs on him, you know, and it's history. You read the Bible, you know this that people they're gonna turn their backs, and Seth Rollins eventually is gonna find himself alone. And I still feel like the first big mistake he did was not allow AOP to go after the tag team titles. So when the AOP will disengage with Seth Rollins is yet to be seen. But as of right now, it looks like the OC is the best choice. Unless somehow the Undisputed Era decides, hey, I'm going to bounce ship and go to Raw and cause some ruckus. So I don't know. But right now, especially when I had thought that Finn Balor was going to challenge for the NXT Championship, now he got himself involved with Walter. So who knows what could happen in that angle. But, hey, that's why we love wrestling, because we love the soap opera, and we can always predict until it happens. So
exactly.
Roman Reigns versus King Corbin. It was a cage match. It's just as expected. It was unanimously. Even the Sky bet had 100% on Roman Reigns to win it. I don't know who's actually gambling, but if I were you, please do not gamble on WWE, because you never know what you're going to get. So Roman Reigns defeats King Corbin was supposed to be the last one-on-one match. Be prepared for them to face each other again, because we got the Elimination Chamber coming up a week from Sunday, and most likely them two will be inside the chamber. So we'll move on from there. The SmackDown Tag Team Championships, The New Day versus The Miz and John Morrison. Now, this has caught me by surprise, except for one person. Frank, I'm going to start with you. You're the only one that picked The Miz and Morrison as they defeated The New Day to become the new tag team champions. Please enlighten us how you decided that you could pick The Miz and Morrison.
Well, let's see. You have Morrison that came back. Why not give him some type of title? He linked up with Miz. They were a good tag team beforehand. Okay, it's his turn. It's their turn now to be champions. Okay, the New Day. I love the New Day, but now this keeps their rivalry going, because now the New Day they want to come back and get the titles off them.
Okay. Okay. Nope. All right, I see you. All right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My blind picks.
Yeah, that definitely you had great points there. Yeah. Justin, why do you think the Miz and Morrison actually won their match?
It's I don't know how to explain it. It's not like it's their time, but I don't want to say it's their time. I'm like the fellow, the buddy was saying before me. New Day's my favorite too. I love the New Day, but maybe WWE wanted to see how the Miz and Morrison could go, with the titles. And they were over me, but they were a tag team over like 2011, I believe, right?
Yep. Just before.
Yeah.
But then they actually broke up because the Miz turned his back on Morrison, especially after they had lost the tag team titles. So.
Yeah.
Who knows if we might see a repeat there? But
we might see a repeat, but Morrison doing it to the Miz.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because Morrison is so much better as a heel, and so is the Miz. But I don't know what their characters are right now, but if, like you said, if we're gonna see something like that again, it has to be Morrison turning on the
Well,
Miz.
that's might be the second charm for the Miz since Shane McMahon did it to him. That'd be pretty messed up for the second person like Morrison to do it to him. So,
Yeah, karma, man, karma's a
yeah,
bitch.
you're absolutely right. Hector, what you got on this?
Yeah, I think they're gonna hold these titles for a little while, and don't be surprised the Usos get into the mix of this. Maybe a triple threat match or something like that.
I love the Usos. Oh man,
So
that triple threat match, that'd be beautiful.
Well,
I think it may happen somewhere down the line between now and WrestleMania. Miz and Morrison are going to hold these titles. I thought it was too early for them to win it today, but hey, this is going to make a better storyline, because they were a great tag team when they were running together before. And so now this may even pin the New Day and the Usos back and forward with each other like the rival that they had. You know what I'm saying? So to see who's going to become that number one contender, but we're going to probably find out that neither one can get the upper hand. So now all three is going to have to get in the mix of
and
it.
I got
And
something
then
better
Miz and
for you.
Morrison-
I'm gonna add that too, because now you're gonna have to add Ziggler and Rude into the mix and the heavy machinery. So why not have a final five way and get her done?
Nah, sorry. I don't know, man.
I don't think that would happen.
You don't think so?
I don't know, man. Keep it as a triple threat tag team match. You have the New Day, you have Usos, and you have Miz and Morrison. Ziggler and Rude, don't do it for me. I don't like them as a tag team. They're way better as singles competitors. I don't know why they're a tag team. And Heavy Machinery, they're funny. Their characters. I don't like their wrestling. I'm not a fan.
Okay. Well, I mean, they got their own storyline with Mandy Rose in the middle of things. So
Yeah, so stupid.
actually, no, this is it's not stupid. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know we're getting off the subject there, but in reality, there are big men who have a crush on the most beautiful woman in the world, and there's always a
course.
cock blocker. There's always is.
Yeah.
So, but hey, I got that for the takeaway later down in my show and the next episode. But for now, we'll continue in. So if you're interested, pay attention to my next podcast on the takeaway, once I talk about the cock blocker Dolph Ziggler and the rest of that storyline. But in my view here, The Miz and John Morrison both had single matches with the New Day, and both The Miz have won his match, Morrison won his. That was the advantage. This is the first time they were tag team versus the New Day, 2-on-2. So now I kind of understood that these guys were for real. And I'm not gonna. I took the pay-per-view very lightly, just because it was a Thursdays in Saudi Arabia. I won't do that anymore. I won't. So, but what I will do, and I always say this, is our next match, that it was definitely a practice for Brock Lesnar. The WWE champion went in the ring versus Ricochet, and I said what I said. This was going to be a quick match, and I had told Tyler, who is not with us, he said 3 minutes. I said no, it's going to be faster. Hector, you was there. You heard it. And I was right. We were all right, but I was right at the amount of time it took for Lesnar to defeat Ricochet.
Boy, Ricochet had one offensive move, and that was that a block drop kick, and that was it. I don't know what he was thinking. He should have just took the 10 count and walked back to the locker room, get back on a plane back to the United States, because that was just a waste of Ricochet's time and a waste of my time. We knew it was going to happen, and it happened.
Yeah. It was
so stupid. So stupid. Man, I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. Everyone's been saying the same thing. And that was the biggest problem that WWE have, is when they do things like this for a pay-per-view, people bounce shit because all they want to talk about is AEW, or NXT, because you don't see that in NXT, but you get to see that in WWE, Raw, as a matter of fact. So either or, rather it's Raw or SmackDown, because if it ain't Ricochet, it's Shorty G. Both of them are like similar right now. Maybe they both need to get together and be tag teams. So I don't know, but
At least Ricochet lasted longer than Kofi
Oh,
Kingston, though.
most definitely.
Oh, don't even bring up Kofi Kingston, man. That shit was disgraceful, man. That was so dumb. I was done. Are you serious?
Hey, the Fox put the
No.
smackdown on Kofi. It was like, no, we don't want you champion.
Well, fuck Fox, though. Fuck him.
No, but hey,
You put him,
hey,
no.
the heavyweight
No.
championship is, again, you got to be beast. You got to. I was not like, I understand why Kofi Kingston was a champion, but I was never a big fan of him being a champion. But the way he went about things, you got to be tough. You got to be stern. You got to have everything, the whole package. And I felt like Kofi Kingston didn't have all that. So, and then he went undefeated for 11, 12 straight matches, like he was untouchable. But Randy Orton had plenty of time to take away the belt, but he decided to hear voices in his head. So it is what it is. Moving on.
I look more into it like, this guy has worked his ass off to get to where he was, and then just to have it taken away in, like, what, for 6 seconds?
And that's a reality, but let's put that in a real
But you see,
perspective.
that's where it's messed up
Why is it messed up?
because he's worked his ass
Okay,
off.
so you're talking about a skinny little
Okay.
dude going against a big monster dude like Brock Lesnar. Will you go in the ring with him and last 5-10 minutes?
I'm not saying he had to last like
No.
5-10 minutes. Like that bell rang, he ran to him, picked him up F5, 1, 2, 3. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean,
At least give us more of a show.
hey,
Give him have Kofi Kingston get a few hits in. You know?
he did, but it didn't work. It was that fast. I think he tried to.
Yeah,
the
5 seconds,
worst
he gave
thing that
100 shots,
Kofi
right?
Kingston did was he jumped in the air, he got caught, and he landed on his back. I mean, he right into his signature move. I mean, he should have done something else. That was a bad juju on him. Am I right, Hector?
You know, yeah, it just seems as if WWE is making Brock Lesnar become the next Goldberg. You know, he's just finishing his matches quick. You know, Brock, when he first came to the WWE from the OVW, he was having long matches, you know, but now all of a sudden, now he's built this credibility of the beast incarnate. Now it's like he's not allowed to have long matches. You get in there, you get F5, you get suplex, you're done. It's just like Goldberg. Spear, jackhammer, you're done. And that's what we got on both sides now.
Right.
You know, so we're not going to. So we may, the next thing we see is we may see a match at WrestleMania, but again, we don't know because Brock Lesnar is ending everybody's career real
But
short.
except
So,
for one
I mean,
person, which is Drew McIntyre, who has the height, he has the build, and that's why.
But does that really matter? Because we've seen what he's done to Mark Henry. We've seen what he's done to the Big Show. It doesn't matter your height, your build, your size. Brock is just a beast.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. You know, he even did it to Goldberg. I mean,
Well, I mean,
shoot.
they split.
And Goldberg had his number. So yeah, Goldberg had his number. But the point is, he still did it to guys bigger than him.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, we'll wait and see. Like, it's a lock: Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre for the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, 99% of the people are gonna pick Drew McIntyre to win, but that's for another story. Let's move on. As we were talking about Goldberg and stuff, the Universal Championship. Goldberg did defeat the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Stupid. Fucking stupid.
Hey, you know what? Yes and no. And that's why I had told you on the last episode, Hector, that this was the very hardest pick for me. But you had me convinced that the Fiend Bray Wyatt was going to win. Right? You and Tyler were going back and forth telling me that it's Bray Wyatt, and I was like, you know what? You have a point. There was nothing to say about Goldberg because he hasn't really been around. He's a Hall of Famer, and Bray Wyatt's supposed to be the guy that's supposed to be a legend killer, right? So, but look, he really didn't defeat Bray Wyatt in the such that, Bray Wyatt still got back up. The point was, Bray Wyatt doesn't really need the belt. He doesn't need to be the champion to be who he is and still be legitimate. You know what I mean?
this wasn't even a wrestling
It wasn't.
match. This was all about positioning yourself to do a finishing move. That's all this match was. You've seen the spear, you've seen the mandible claw, you've seen another spear, you've seen the mandible claw, you've seen the spear, the match was over. Literally, there was no match. You know, so that's what got me. It's like, okay, I was still convinced after he broke out of the spear the first 2 times, but then it's like, there's no match going on here. It's like, what are they doing here, you know? So,
Yo, but then you have Goldberg pick up Bray Wyatt for a fucking jackhammer. He can't even lift him up.
Oh no, he did not.
In the end,
And the thing is,
he didn't even lift him up. He couldn't even
you're
lift
right,
him up.
because normally he'll have him in the air for a very long time and then drop him. That was the most quickest jackhammer I've ever seen in of the matches I've seen on him. You know, so you're absolutely correct. But, you know, give or take, this guy does weigh a lot, though. I mean, who knows how much Bray Wyatt weighs, man? I mean,
I understand that, but like, come on.
did you know he ate
you
some
have,
chuletas
like,
before he went to the ring?
Probably.
They gave him adobo
no,
and
like,
everything
but, like,
else, man. I mean,
rice and beans, everything. But like, seriously, like, how are you gonna put a title on him? Like, I'd rather have the match finished with like a spear instead of a jack. He could have hurt him, man. Like, he could have. Well, I wonder what was going through Bray Wyatt's mind. Like, are you fucking kidding me? This motherfucker can't lift me, and I'm losing to this guy.
but the thing is that he did lay down for the 3 count. But once he started celebrating, Goldberg went to the top ropes and waved the belt, which turned back to blue.
I thought that was kind of suspicious.
Yeah, it's already planned.
It's like they already had the title. Yeah, they already had the title they're waiting for.
So, the Fiend Bray Wyatt stands up. He's behind him, staring at him. The lights go out. It turns back on, and Bray Wyatt is gone. So, did he really defeat Bray Wyatt? Yeah, he got the 3 count, but, you know, you could look at it this way and said, hey, the man is still standing. Who knows what's next for Bray Wyatt? But it just leads to all the rumors speculating that Goldberg will be at WrestleMania to challenge the winner of the Elimination Chamber, which is most likely Roman Reigns.
The Fiend.
Roman Reigns.
Fuck that.
Yes.
Fuck that. Oh my god.
But,
oh my god.
Hey, like I said, it's just a speculation. I'm not saying it's legit. You know?
No, I know. You ain't Vince McMahon. I know.
But here, check this out.
Damn.
Now that we already talked about, that was pretty much everything that happened in Super Showdown. Here's our reaction. What could we see that you can see what can happen in the Elimination Chamber leading on to WrestleMania? So of all that we talked about, Frank, since you're the champ, I'm gonna start with you. Pick one wrestler right now that you can see that's going to be successful in WrestleMania.
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Roman Reigns will be successful at WrestleMania. I mean, hello, you have Goldberg that has the title. Okay. Assuming Goldberg does go to WrestleMania, obviously. Right? Roman Reigns is going to win, get the title back, because at the end of the day, Goldberg is not a full-time wrestler.
Okay.
Goldberg is old. Okay, I completely don't even think he should have won.
You could say, look at The Undertaker. He's older.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Yeah, but he's the Undertaker.
But exactly.
It's the Undertaker. He's not. Goldberg is Goldberg. I don't fucking like. I'm sorry. No one cares about Goldberg. It's not 2016
Is it because he used to be in WCW or something? Because all of a sudden there's so much hated to Goldberg.
No,
it's not. It's not.
I don't hate.
It's just like. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't hate Goldberg. I don't hate Goldberg whatsoever. No, cross that. I fucking hate Goldberg. I fucking hate how he comes in and takes the title off his full-time fucking workers just because he fucking can and because Vince McMahon is kissing his ass. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. No, that's not right. Yo, I'm just saying, man.
Hey,
look,
Hector.
I don't like.
You might have to send them some chill pills or something. I mean,
no, seriously. I get it, yo. I get
Well,
into
Look,
see,
this shit,
I
man.
like Goldberg, but I am not one for a Hall of Famer, for an old timer, that someone that's not even that's not active to become a champ. It makes no
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, I understand your point of view. Um, okay, I got it, and I'm sure Justin probably got a whole laundry list of other people that shouldn't even been should be in the current wrestling roster right now. But
Oh yeah,
Hector,
shit.
uh, if you want to choose a wrestler or you have a scenario you think is gonna play out, who do you think is gonna be?
I just think, with WrestleMania being the grandest stage and all the great matches we're gonna have, I think Undertaker is just, continuing his last ride here to the sunset. And if he is gonna face AJ Styles, he will beat him, to continue his great records per se, at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? He still has the best winning percentage. I mean, in WrestleMania, even though he has the two losses. I mean, so I would look forward to that match, because to me everything else is kind of predictable.
Okay.
But honestly, going back to Goldberg real quick, if you watch that Broken Skull session that Steve Austin had with Goldberg, that will help you understand why Goldberg does what Goldberg does in the ring, because I did not understand it until I got to see that, and he got to explain why he only has one or two wrestling moves and why he is, who he is in the ring. So I got a better understanding of it. I mean, I don't like it, but it is what it is, and WWE got Goldberg doing what he has been doing ever since he became a wrestler. So they don't have nothing more for that character per se.
Okay.
All right.
This is my vision. I'm hoping that AJ Styles and The Undertaker will settle their dispute at the Elimination Chamber, like a scheduled match card. Okay. What else? Just because I want to see The Undertaker versus The Fiend, and I say that if The Undertaker is gonna retire, why not retire at the grandest stage one last time and have him lose to The Fiend? I think that's a perfect match, and that's just my opinion. Uh,
Well, we will hope that will happen because we thought that happened with Roman Reigns, and yet he's still coming
yeah, it's
back.
that itch that doesn't have enough scratching, and I totally understand. But there's got to be a next Undertaker, and that next Undertaker got to be The Fiend. You
Yeah,
know, if it's
Okay, I can see
right,
that
but if
happening.
it's not him, the
correct.
other guy I see, but is still new, is Aleister Black. You see how his entrances, he comes up, smoke everything, and he's handling his business. And this guy has everything. It's just he's still new. I think he'll get that total package. I could see big things for Aleister Black. How he fits in the picture, I don't know. But right now, as I see it, going back, I want Undertaker to lose to the Fiend. I think that will put the Fiend on the top of the pedestal.
There you go.
Right. Another match that I like to see, and I'm still waiting, and I got a feeling it's not going to happen. But I want to see Seth Rollins, AOP versus the OCs. I still think there's a leadership uh, establishment that has to be made only because what happened at the Survivor Series. I keep saying this over and over again. AJ Styles is a true leader to Raw, and it shouldn't be Seth Rollins. Are we going to get that? Absolutely not. And I already see it. Why? Because Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy are tag team champions. And they don't need to be tag team champions. So,
Interesting.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I got these theories in my head, but it doesn't go as planned. And maybe I need to go sign up to be a creative writer or something. I don't know. But
Hey man, listen, we all have these theories in our head, and none of them ever really work out. Yeah, hey, if you guys like this, please, come join my page, Nerds of Wrestling. Get some merch. I have wristbands, t-shirts, stickers. Um, I think I said t-shirts. My t-shirts are up on Pro Wrestling Tees, so go get
all
them.
right, that's right. He said the Nerds of Wrestling Follow them on Facebook. They're close to 5,000 followers. Pretty decent page. I'm one of them. Hector's one of them. We got to get Frank in there.
Yeah, man.
Because he's also a nerd, so don't worry about it.
Hell yeah, man. We're all nerds.
So on behalf of Clovercrest Media and to all the folks that's here in the crew, thank you for listening. To all the viewers, please respond to us on Facebook or on Twitter. Make your voice.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.